Hello everyone. Hopefully you're all doing good today. So I am continuing my journey of reading A Course in Miracles lessons. Yesterday was lesson number 18 that says that I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my sin. Alright, so today I'm about to keep reading the next lesson, but before I do that, I'm gonna bring some review, some thoughts of mine about the previous lesson, the work I was doing. It seems like wherever you have your thoughts in your mind, I mean all the people all over the world, we think, we have this idea that actually my thoughts are my own thoughts, nobody can know about my thoughts, it's like uh that's why probably this is the reason why people, like especially beloved ones, can ask this type of question, like what are you thinking about, so like because they never know what thoughts you have, crossing your mind. But can you just imagine, can you just let this thought sit in your mind, like for a little bit, like you have no private thoughts? Can you imagine? Like it feels like an invasion, right? Like someone invaded your mind and no privacy, because you know why? Because our minds are joined, they are connected, yeah. That's why the previous lesson brought me this to my memory, like wherever positive thoughts, for example, I'm having, and the more I'm having positive thoughts, the more I feel better, the more I'm having positive thoughts, because it feels like I'm being connected to some kind of positive radio station, but the same thing can be applied to the negative thing, to the negative thoughts. So that's why whatever thoughts you can have, so you are never alone in them, you are never alone in experiencing the effects of your sin. Okay, today I am going to keep reading the next lesson, okay, this time is for the lesson number 19. Lesson 19 says, I'm not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts. So it seems to be the same, so the previous lesson says that I'm not alone in affecting the effects of my sin, but today's lesson says that I'm not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts, so we have effects of our thoughts, right? And we are not alone in sharing them, so okay, the idea for today is obviously the reason why your sin does not affect you alone. So you will notice that at times the ideas related to thinking precede those related to perceiving, while at other times the order is reversed. The reason is that the order does not matter. Thinking and its results are really simultaneous, for cause and effect are never separate. Today we are again emphasizing the fact that minds are joined. This is really a wholly welcome idea at first, since it seems to carry with it an enormous sense of responsibility and may even be regarded as an invasion of privacy. Yet it is a fact that there are no private thoughts. Can you just let this thought sit in your mind? There are no private thoughts. You think they are. You think there are private thoughts, but there are no private thoughts. Alright. Yet it is a fact that there are no private thoughts. Despite your initial resistance to this idea, resistance can happen, can occur, you will yet understand that it must be true if salvation is possible at all. And Salvation must be possible because it is the will of God. All right. The minute or so of mind searching which today's exercises require is to be undertaken with eyes closed. The idea for today is to be repeated first, and then the mind should be carefully searched for the thoughts it contains at that time. As you consider each one, name it in terms of the central person or theme it contains. Whatever thought you can have about situation, about the person, about anything, yeah? And holding it in your mind as you do so, say, I'm not alone in experiencing the effects of this thought about, for example, this situation. Yeah, I'm not alone of I'm not alone in experiencing the effects of this thought about this situation. Once more time, I'm not alone in experiencing the effects of this thought about this situation. We're actually experiencing the effects of our own thoughts. Own, I'm saying own, but of our thoughts, yeah? Actually, we are sharing them with each one another. All right, once more time. I'm not alone in experiencing the effects of this thought, for example, about this situation. So it means that the other person, the other mind, is actually experiencing the effects of this thought about the situation as well. The requirement of as much indiscriminateness as possible in selecting subjects for the practice period should be quite familiar to you by now, and will no longer be repeated each day, although it will occasionally be included as a reminder. Do not forget, however, that random selection of subjects for all practice periods remains essential throughout. Lack of order in this connection will ultimately make the recognition of lack of order in miracles meaningful to you. Apart from the as-needed application of today's idea, at least 3 practice periods are required, shortening the length of time involved if necessary. Do not attempt more than 4. I was never counting the times I am trying to do this work, but I'm so glad and grateful for the opportunity to make these videos, so which are actually reminding me, like I remember me doing this thing, yeah, and it helps me actually to just remember, because you can just you can just forget throughout the day, through all those thoughts. You can just forget about this work. Yeah, you can just forget because you just dived into that again so deeply that you just forget. You just forget doing this work. But me making all of these videos is actually motivating me, encouraging me to do this work. Probably someone can be encouraged as well, like whatever thought you can have. So it's like you just remind yourself that you are not alone in experiencing the effects of this thought about whatever you can think about, yeah, or whomever you can think about. It's like you are not alone. What does it mean? It means that we think that we are separate. We are separated bodies, yeah, but it's not true. The mind is joined, yeah, the mind is joined, and that's why whatever thoughts we are having, we are actually experiencing the same effects on us of our thoughts with one another. So wherever you are thinking about, whatever thoughts you can have, stop thinking that you are alone in experiencing all the effects of these thoughts on you. So you are not alone. It means that we are all together. We are all together. So, and probably it can help because actually takes only the first step, yeah, to change your thinking system. You just stop yourself thinking negatively, yeah. I know the first step can be so difficult, yeah, so difficult to take, but the moment you just took that step, you can feel that you're not alone in this thinking, yeah, because the step you took in thinking positively, you are joining to the similar minds who are thinking the same thoughts. And the more we are doing this, the more we are getting stronger, yeah, in positive thinking, in thinking with the Holy Spirit, not with the ego, yeah, because ego is actually making us thinking in a negative way, right? Because it's an ego thing. So that's why whoever may see my videos, probably you can just remember that you're not alone in thinking, in experiencing all of the thoughts you are having. And just remember that you're not having your private thoughts, yeah? And you're not alone in experiencing your thoughts. We are all connected, we are all joined. So, and probably the more we start thinking more positively, the more we start thinking out of love, yeah, the more we start doing something out of love, the more we are getting stronger in this, yeah. So yeah, it's a good thing to remember that we're not alone, yeah. And yeah, probably it can help in thinking with the Holy Spirit, yeah, in joining together. And yeah, thank you for watching and see you tomorrow.